So how we met was through
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget, hit that subscribe button down below and notification bell so you don't miss a single video. On today's video, I have my husband, Tyler.
Hi.
And we just got married on February 4th of this year. And I put on the community tab for you guys to ask us some questions. And the question that came up the most was how we met. Even when we got engaged, that question keeps coming up, like, how did you meet? How'd you meet? How'd you meet? How'd you meet? How'd you meet? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna share how we met from different perspectives, because from your perspective and my perspective, it's gonna be two different perspectives. So do you wanna go first?
So how we met was through a dating app called Hinge. And we had actually met 2 months after, well, within the 2-month span of me moving here to Florida from Ohio. I moved here to work at the basically sister branch of my company. So anyways, 2 months after arriving here, I met her on Hinge, and then we had our first date at Ovation, which then led to multiple more dates, and then to here.
You know, it's so funny because whenever a girl tells a story, we like give all the details, and guys tell the story, it's like
beginning and end.
It's like boop boop boop. Okay, now we are. So I'm gonna ask some questions on that, okay? But we're gonna first share from my point of view. So, like you said, we met on the dating app called Hinge, and yeah. So shortly after we were chatting, what first caught me from when we were talking is that our first conversation was about our nieces and nephews. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking about nieces and nephews. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, this guy, he has a few. He has six of them. One brother.
And they all call me Uncle Tiny.
Uncle Tiny, which is kind of funny because he's tall. So
6'2" to be exact.
6'2".
She likes to remind me.
Because when on his dating profile, he put that he's 6'1". And then when I met him, I'm like, you seem a little taller than 6'1".
So my nieces got out the tape measure, and it was determined. I'm 6'2", with no shoes.
With no shoes on. So with shoes on, he's like 6'3". But anyway, so then we met up at Ovation. That was our first date. And when he said that he just moved here, I'm like, oh, you're brand new to Florida. At first I was like, that's kind of crazy. You just got here. So anyway.
Didn't even have a Florida ID yet.
Didn't even have Florida tags yet, okay?
And those were a lot.
Yeah. $100 if you said it. So how did the first date go for you? Like, what was your first impression when you first saw me on the first date?
She was fine.
Very
good at communication. It flowed nicely, and then we had a lot in common.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see her again. Then.
Obviously, right? My first impression when I first met you was, oh my gosh, you're so tall. Because I wasn't expecting you to be so tall, because like I said, majority of people, like, they lie about their height. And our conversation flowed. Like, we literally, when we met on our first date, I don't even think we ate anything.
I think we had a drink.
We had one drink, and then we were just like chatting. And then after the restaurant, we sat on the bench because we were going to get ice cream after.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we tried to get ice cream, but they were closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we just sat on the bench and just chatted some more. And it was like, oh my God, this guy's pretty cool. I could just like literally talk to him, you know? And then, so after the date was over, what was your first thoughts?
Then I wanted to see you again.
Yeah.
And we had a lot in common.
Same. And then he hit me up that night saying he had a good time. And then our second date was in Celebration, because I was telling him how I love Celebration. So
what was the next date?
The third date? The third date, was it the horses? Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, let's so for the second date, when we went on the second date and you saw me again, Like, what was your thought initially?
That, well, it went perfectly. I was catching feelings.
You caught them feelings?
Yeah.
Because for the second date, we literally like was just walking around celebration. We grabbed coffee, I think, or did we? Can't remember.
No, we ate at that. We started by walking first, and then we ate at that breakfast spot.
Oh yeah.
On the patio. Well, I guess it's technically not on the patio. It's within. They have an indoor and outdoor area. We're in the outdoor area.
Yeah, I don't remember that part. My memory sucks.
It was. So it was a brunch spot. I think we did actually get lunch. But that's what it was.
Yeah.
We stopped later on to get the food, and then I walked you to your car.
Oh yeah, I remember like when we were on our second date, and my necklace, I was like, can you get my knot out my necklace?
Go on, I struggled for like 5 minutes. Yeah. I got it.
Yeah, you did.
Struggled.
But I was like, oh, can you help me?
That thing had more knots than you could think.
Literally. So yeah, so after the second day, I was like, oh my God, I'm really feeling this guy. Okay. And our third date, because I was telling him how I'm literally obsessed with horses on our first date. And so what did you do, babe?
I took her to, what is it called?
Sea ponies.
Yeah, it was called Sea Ponies, I think in Bradenton.
Yeah.
And we rode horses out in the water.
Yeah, he like surprised me. He was like, do you have any plans?
It was a first experience for both of us.
It was like, you go on horses on the sunset.
Oh yeah, I forgot to add the part. It was for a sunset.
It's like really cool. So you like go on the horses in the water, and then they like charge in the water. So you're literally like, it was like crazy.
Yeah, they basically go out and swim for a few minutes while you're riding on top of them. They'll walk them in the short end of the water, and then they'll get their swim time, and then they'll bring them back. It was what, a couple hours?
Yeah. Well, you know, on that day, it was so cool. Like I literally, I mean, it was the best combination of everything I loved: horses, sunsets, and the beach. So it was like surreal experience. And we even got like pictures. They took pictures of us on the water. I'll put it right here. It was so cute. We did like a little heart. It was awesome.
It was cool.
And then after that, okay, when you surprised me with the horses, I was like, okay, this man's right here.
Winning.
Hashtag
winning.
So after the horse date, we were talking like, then I met your best friend after that. I met your best friend after that. Remember we went to that restaurant?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but it was a breakfast spot.
In Winter Park.
Yes.
So that was cool.
That was cool.
I was like, ooh, he's introduced me to the besties. Okay. And he told your family about me.
I did.
So when did what did you tell them about us when you initially in the beginning?
I just told them I met somebody, and I think I'm gonna keep her around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you say, like, when did you tell them about me?
Probably like after the second date.
Really? Oh snap. Well, obviously I told my twin sister everything, but I think around the same after the second date I was like, yeah. After the horses I was like, definitely, yeah, I can see. We didn't officially get in a relationship till right before you met my twin sister. Remember?
Yeah.
So after the horses, we went on a safari date. We were just going on like lots of dates, and we were just like chatting a lot on FaceTime, because he was never used to FaceTime.
That was new to me.
Yeah. So, and like we lived like 35 minutes apart, so he would call, because he never did FaceTime before, but I'm more of a FaceTime person. So he would call me each evening after work to FaceTime, which I thought was so sweet.
Yep, I was walking Elsie.
Yeah, I walking Elsie and chilling. And then, so tell them your story about like you asked me to be your girlfriend. Like how did your mind, because it was a cute process that you did.
I knew it was time to take it to the next level. So I bought her favorite flowers and then I had a little note, and I think within the note I had a check yes or no box and a couple cute lines for her, and yeah, she said yes, and then we went from there.
So yeah, he came over to the house, and he was holding flowers. I'm like, oh, you're holding flowers. Like, what's the occasion? And then he was
I had
like,
to
read
remind
the
her
card.
to look at the card that she didn't see.
I literally was taking the flowers. I'm like, la la la, like placing them. He's like, read the card. So it was so cute. I thought that was so cute. What made you feel ready to propose? Like, did you wake up one day and were like, you know what, I want to propose to her? Like, how did that process come about for you?
No, we kind of expressed at the beginning, early on, that we're both, if everything was going the way we thought, we were looking at a 1-year plan as far as to make the move for the next step as far as planning a family and everything else. So I think we were always on the same page that a year from now, if we felt that this connection was going to go further, that I would propose.
Mm-hmm. The day of the proposal, were you like nervous? How'd you feel?
Very nervous.
Yeah?
Yeah. So to make sure she didn't know that I was going to propose leading up to the proposal day, I started to dress up every weekend.
Oh yeah.
To throw her off. Because she knew that day was approaching, just based on our conversations, and I didn't want to give it away, so I told her I was going to start dressing up every weekend. That way she has no clue when the time will be that I actually propose.
Yeah.
And that was like 2 weeks after I've mentioned that.
Yeah. So he was like, it could be like 3 months, it could be 5 months, it could be 2 days, like you're never gonna know. And I'm like, really, dude?
So I'd set up with her twin the location, and her twin rounded up the friends and family members and made it happen.
Which was shocking. I did not expect my friends, like my best friends, to be there. I literally was like so shocked. So the way that they did it was they masked, like, oh, we're gonna go to the hotel to celebrate Laylee's birthday, which was very understandable because Rachel and Lucas, they're always going to hotels, like they're always doing the most because they're like, you know, they're like cool parents, you know. So when I saw, and my best friend, my guy best friend now, which you guys met, when I saw him pop out the bushes, I was like so shocked because I literally just saw his story and he was in Palm Beach, so I was at the gym. So yeah. I was like, and then Faith, I was like, Faith, what are you doing here? I thought you were supposed to be in Gainesville. Like, I was just so shocked. And then seeing Eli, and it was just like so shocking to see everybody at the proposal. So that was a nice day. That was a nice day. And then after proposal, then we just continued to plan the wedding, and here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very smooth.
Very smooth. I feel like everything was just like a nice gradual just progression.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel the relationship is for you?
How do I feel what?
How do you feel about the relationship? Like, how do you feel about being with me?
Felt natural.
Yeah.
I was ready to spend my life with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same. Like, I feel like we're just meant to be together.
Exactly.
Hard to explain. It's like we're best friends. Like, I literally feel like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's just
everything
just clicks.
It's cohesive.
Yeah, we just flow.
Yeah.
Our whole life.
Naturally.
Like every day of our life, it's just
evening routines, you name it.
Morning routines, weekends, like
the
way we communicate with each other. You know.
Yeah.
I have my goofy, crazy moments, and he just accepts it. Like when Usher was playing. I don't know what
these crazy moments are. Definitely got the goofy moments.
The crazy moments when I was like dancing like crazy for Usher's concert.
Yeah, she definitely got the goofy moments for sure.
So I was like, thank God we're married, because it'd be like, what? Kidding. So anyway, so that's pretty much how we met in our love story from when we met till now. There's a lot of filler in between, but we'll be here all day long. If we told you every single detail, but
just
yeah.
Be glad she's here to help push me to do the storytelling.
Yeah, he's new to the social media game. How do you feel about being on the videos?
It's kind of like FaceTime.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna take a while, but Maybe one day I'll feel comfortable.
When I first started YouTube, I was the same. I was very like if I go back to my first video, I was like, hello, my name is Rebecca. Because it takes time to like loosen up. I've been doing this since 2019, so. Someone asked, will we see more of Tyler and your life together in future vlogs?
Sure.
Sure?
Sure.
It's up to you. Like, let's do like little inches. We don't need to full blown throw you in the water. Someone said, how tall are you? You already answered 6'2". Oh yeah, we keep getting asked about our honeymoon.
Yeah, so we delayed it because of my work. I have one of my projects that are wrapping up and another one beginning, so trying to figure out the scheduling there, but it'll probably be sometime near May or June that we're gonna go to Aruba.
Aruba, Jamaica.
I've been there one time, I loved it, and I've always wanted to go back, so that convinced her that that's where we should go.
It was a very, very easy convince because Aruba looks gorgeous. And yeah, I researched an all-inclusive resort because, you know, when you go on vacation, she likes to relax. I'm not the kind of vacationer where I like to just exert a lot of energy all day long. What kind of vacationer are you?
I like sightseeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, quality time and sightseeing.
So it's gonna be a little mixture of both. So we already answered how we met. Someone asked, how did you know she was the one? Which we already answered that question on a previous video. What advice do you have for someone who is trusting God to find their partner? That's a good one. That's a great one.
Yeah.
I'll answer that.
Well, be patient. It's a huge step, and as long as you're patient, I think it'll come when you least expect it.
Yeah. I say the same. Patience, and I would add, know what you want, know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Did you like have an idea of what you were looking for while you were dating, or did you kind of like wing it? Like, I know it when I know it, when I see it, I'll know it when I see it.
I think I was kind of open-ended on some areas, but you checked all the boxes and more, so.
For me, I already had posted a video about that. So if you haven't seen that one, look at the previous video. I put like my entire specifics. I never told you about my list. I made a whole list.
A list of wants?
Yeah, I never told you about it. You checked off every single box on my list.
That's good.
What was the most stressful part about wedding planning?
I think she carried all the stress. I don't think there was any stress on my end. I think there was briefly a moment of stress when I was trying to figure out how to order the golf balls that I wanted to give my best man and my groomsmen, but then she turned around and handled it for me.
Yeah.
Before I could even get stressed about it.
Yeah.
So there was no stress on my end.
So
why don't you explain yours?
So I did most of the wedding planning, not because Tyler didn't want to help.
Yeah.
Because I'm very much a
OCD.
I had to do it myself. Like, I had to take care of it myself just to know it got done the way I wanted it to get done. Does that make sense?
Yes, so. She doesn't know how to delegate responsibilities for the wedding. She wants to handle them herself because, like she said, she wants to make sure everything's done right and perfectly, and I get it. Yeah.
The only things I delegated were like designs. So like the designs of the golf balls, the designs of like the flyer for our wedding, stuff like that. I delegated to my assistant, but that was it.
That's only because her assistant knows exactly what she wants.
Exactly. Like, she's my second brain. So she was the only person that I trusted to delegate anything. And even that, I was like double checking her work and making corrections, but
she did perfectly too.
Great job. I mean, she killed it. But like the only thing I delegated to Tyler, but we did it together, like, was the music. We worked on together. And then he was like, let me help you with something. And so with the list, I had to be like right there. But you know, so yeah, I was definitely the one that I was stressed out.
That's only because I got a good ear for music.
Yeah,
she knows that.
That music was. You guys didn't get to hear all the selections, but that music selection was like perfect. I was very, very much stressed out, and it was like you knew on our wedding day, I was like stressing out. My aunt had to give me like some de-stress vitamins, and Tyler would text me. It's like, did you feel me stressing out from afar or something?
I knew.
Because you know me.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, just remember to relax. And I can't remember exactly what he said. But pretty much, if you need me, I'm here to talk. Just try to like not have anxiety, essentially. But as soon as we got to so I guess the most stressful part of planning the wedding was towards the end, when we had to start piecing everything, like all the little pieces, when we had to like figure out all the little pieces. And I had like 4 different sticky notes full of like tasks. And it was funny because Tyler's like, hey, when I get home, we can work on the wedding stuff. I'm like, oh, honey, I already made an entire full list of things to do, so I'm ready. So yeah, that was the most stressful part. But the good part was me and Tyler, we were pretty much on the same page with like everything. Mm-hmm. We had like one brief moment where he wanted to shop around for like the flowers. And I'm like, please, let's not do that. I can't take it.
Yeah, I learned quickly to just go back to the other flower place.
Yeah, I'm very much a pick it, move on, pick it, move on. I didn't really want to, you know. So yeah. So what do you wish you had done differently? I don't think there's anything I would have changed.
No. I mean, I wish we could have taken both of our vehicles. Not that my dad convinced me to take his.
That was probably the only thing.
And then be in a car for 16 or 17 hours in 2 days.
Yeah.
But other than that, everything went perfectly.
Like, I've heard so many horror stories about weddings, and I feel like we got so blessed. There was literally nothing I would change. And I feel like the wedding came out much better than I thought.
Oh yeah, that was unbelievable.
I was shook. Like, I was like, okay, because I was warning people, please don't have super high expectations. We're planning a wedding on a budget, and we're very much strict on our budget, so don't expect lavish. But when we went out, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not even the ceremony area. I was shocked. Everything was just wow.
The coordination between the venue people and our what do you call them?
Vendors, the photographer.
Between our vendors and the actual facility people, it was phenomenal.
Flawless.
Yeah. We
played it smart. So the venue we chose was Signature Grand. Make sure if you guys want to check out Signature Grand, ask for Lele Garcia. She is thebomb.com. We love her.
She's awesome.
So we were smart. We went based on her recommendations for the photographer and the flower people. The photographer company had photos, video, MC, and DJ, so I was all in one. And then the arts of flowers. So Ron Wood Photography was our photographer, and Arts of Flower was the flower people, and they've all worked with the venue before. So we wanted to keep it within that same circle because we wanted vendors who know the venue, who know the flow.
They know the inside and out.
Yeah, so we just want to keep it tight. So it was just, I mean, it was flawless. They killed that. Hold on, the battery's dying. All right. It was a bunch of people saying congratulations. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Like, you guys have been so amazing. What was the name of the song you and your father danced to? The name of song that me and my dad danced to was Your Joy by Chrisette Michele. And what was the song that you and your grandma danced to? My grandma and I danced to I Hope You Dance by Leanne, whatever, Womack, okay.
If that's how.
The song that we left the church with, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours.
Guess who picked that?
Tyler. He's really good at music. So we wanted something that was like fun, upbeat, you know, just to like come out with a good time.
It was perfect.
It was perfect. It was so fun. And then we had the bridal party to like dance out. The flower girls understood the assignment. They were dancing. the song that we entered reception to was Because I'm Happy Got the Law. If you feel like a room without a roof. Oh.
Yeah, Happy.
By Pharrell
Williams.
Pharrell's. Yeah, anyway. So someone was asking, were you nervous when you walked in, seeing all eyes on you? How did it feel waking up the day of your wedding? So was I nervous walking in? No, I was not nervous. I felt like just happy. Just extremely happy. Were you nervous walking in?
Yeah.
You were? Like walking into the ceremony?
No, I was nervous when you were walking in.
Yeah.
But no, I wasn't nervous when I walked in.
Did you cry?
What do you think? Let's go back in the video.
It's okay. It was so cute. And then how'd you feel waking up on the wedding day?
The next morning?
No, the wedding day.
Oh,
like
the
actual,
wedding day?
Yeah, before the wedding.
A little nervous because I had to write vows that I figured I wouldn't be able to get out clearly, which called that one.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was great. Plus my family swung by and chit-chatted with me for at least 2 or 3 hours. So, because I got fortunate enough to, well, she manages a fourplex Airbnb right now, and we rented 3 out of 4 of them. So I had one, and then a few of my family members had the other 2, and then a couple family members swung by, and all of them were in my room hanging out.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was not nervous about marrying you at all. I was just nervous about everything going correctly because I'm slightly OCD. I will admit I'm slightly OCD. So I was like in my head like, okay, everybody gotta be at time, we gotta be here, we gotta be there. So that's where my nerves was is everyone gonna be on time? Is everything gonna go flow correctly? But when we got to the venue and we were like there, I felt a lot better. Like I wasn't anxious anymore. But those are my nerves. So I woke up like 6 o'clock, babe. I woke up 6 o'clock and started packing everything. Made sure like, okay, I have this, I have that, I have that. Had a whole long checklist, like 5 pages of checklist, like it was just neurotic. Anyway, so that's where most of my nerves were. Someone asked, am I going to cut down my workload now that I'm married? I don't see a reason why to do that. Like, I feel like I can still have a career and be married at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone asked, I don't know if this is too personal for you, how are we handling finances now that we're married?
Great.
Yeah. We believe in
budget wedding.
No, I mean like how are we doing our finances as a married couple?
Yeah, great.
Yeah. So
we started out great. Like I said, we kept the budgeted wedding, and then once we combined our finances, we were both very conservative.
Super. Prior,
and we're remaining conservative, so it's going great.
So we're definitely people who believe in one family, one pot, you know, and everyone just contributes to pot, and we manage the pot together.
Yep.
And thankfully, we're both very frugal people. I would say Tyler's definitely more frugal than I am, but we're both very frugal. So, and we both believe that we did not want to, 1, drain our savings, and 2, go into debt for a wedding. So after the wedding, we're pretty good, you know?
Yeah, we're good.
We're really good. So if anyone's watching this and you're planning a wedding, just don't get lost in the sauce and just go all out crazy with planning a wedding and spending all kind of crazy money that, you know, that stretches you financially, because the wedding is so short. I feel like it's only like what, 4-hour event, 5-hour event, and you know.
Yeah. Plus, you being the one getting married, you're gonna have little time to really,
not enjoy, but like participate.
Yeah.
In the event.
Because they kind of steal your time away for the photos for half of it. So
yeah.
Just like she said, just keep that in mind when you're budgeting for your wedding.
And after the wedding's over, you don't want to start the marriage off with like financial problems, because then that's like stressful.
Stress.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, I spent all this money in a wedding, now we don't have any money, you know? So like, that's something I just, you know, I had zero desire. And honestly, I was saying this plenty of times while we're in the wedding planning process. I was like, man, we should have eloped. We should have eloped, because one, the planning was pretty stressful. But like, you know, with a wedding, I feel like money just every turn you make, there's something else to pay for, you know? Mm-hmm. And I'm just not a fan of spending a lot of money. Like, I just was not a fan of it. But I think we did really good.
Perfectly.
We did really good. We actually stayed pretty close. I mean, the initial budget was pretty outrageous. Like, you know, this is unrealistic. I think I said like $5,000.
Yeah.
But when it was all said and done, we weren't too far off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so I would say definitely just keep in mind, don't go too crazy, and just only spend what you can. And doing the cash fund for the honeymoon was a smart idea, because we were able to get our honeymoon paid for. So thank you for everybody at our wedding. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Fully funded our honeymoon.
Incredible.
It was really incredible. So someone asked, do I plan on vlogging again? Yes, I already answered that. When are we going to Trinidad? When are we going to Trinidad?
Well, it's to be determined if we can make it this year. My guess is next year.
Yeah. You want to go
think?
You want to go to Trinidad for Christmas? Do some parang, some real true Trini Christmas.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
We'll think about it. Hopefully we can go to Trinidad this year, but it's to be determined.
If it's Christmas, we probably can.
How does it feel to finally be married?
Great.
It feels exactly the same. Except now I say, yeah, I'm sorry, let me ask my husband. Yeah, I gotta ask my husband.
Yeah.
And I feel more real. Not like I didn't feel real before, but I feel like...
Feels more natural now.
Yeah, like it feels more like a life with you.
Yeah. Now
that you two are married, what do you two hope to accomplish?
Start a family and continue growing in our professional fields and investing, because we have goals. Both of us have similar goals as far as how we want to invest for our future and for our future family's future. Yep.
I think that's both of our like main goals is start a family, continue building.
Yep.
And then like, of course, absolutely like building in our faith and our connection, our love. Take vacations, you know, stuff like that. Someone asked, what do you do for work? You already said he's a project manager.
Yep. Project manager for a construction company.
Yeah, they do commercial construction, so he does like huge projects, like huge, massive projects. A lot of questions about kids. Like so many questions. When it's God's time, it's God's time.
Yeah.
You know, like, Tyler, what were you thinking about when you saw me walking down the aisle? I saw you tear up, Tyler. That's what the question said. What were you thinking about?
That she looked beautiful.
Aww.
And keep it together.
Did you like pinch yourself, keep it together?
No. I was too nervous to do that.
Oh.
I was just trying to hold my nerves.
Oh, how old are you, Tyler? Somebody asked, how old are you? Don't say it!
I like to tell people 29, but
I knew it.
33.
33. I'm 32. Yes, we're in an age gap relationship. And he's the old man.
Yeah, 10-day age gap. 1 year, 10 days.
Someone said, I'm bubbly and vibrant, you're calm. It's matched. Yeah, he's much calm. He's very calm and chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then when he warms up, you know?
Yeah, it takes a while to break the barrier, but once you break the barrier, it'll probably annoy you.
No, you won't. Not at all. You're never annoying. How long before you proposed? It was like 5-6 months of us together? 5?
The marriage was the 1 year marker, which is kind of what we intended to do.
6-month proposal and then 6 months of wedding planning. So that's pretty much it. Everything else was pretty much the same, like about family, kids. What's next on our wedding journey? We already answered that. All right, so that was pretty much the majority of the questions, because everything else, all the questions were literally about kids. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below some videos that you'll like to see us do together. Give us some good ideas. You're so funny.
This was great.
Did you like it? I feel like you started warming up towards the end. Yeah.
It's fun.
All right, I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.
Bye.